Hi, I'm Biddy. Welcome back to the membership. As you can see, for today's practice, you don't need anything special. I want to give you a few options. We're going to go through a few different movements that you can sprinkle all throughout your day to create a little bit of space and maybe even a little bit of relief in your upper body. And the idea for this video came after 2 very long sittings with my amazing tattoo artist. I will put his info in the link. If you want a tattoo, go see him. They work in the most impossible postures every now and then just to get to the part where they need to get to. And we try to take regular small breaks, and I thought it would be nice to make a video because I think not only tattoo artists will benefit from this, anyone who works with their hands, with their arms, doing certain things, you will benefit from this. Okay, enough talk. Let's get into it. So we'll start by just standing. And you can do this, you can do most of these seated as well. I'm showing it standing, but do your own thing with this. Arms relaxed alongside the body, and just give a little shake, mostly moving your forearms here, and notice how they feel. So if you are someone who holds onto something, like the tattoo needles or brushes or pens, let's start with a little bit of movement for your fingers. And just by opening and closing into a fist. And you can alter it a little bit by bringing your thumb in and out, just to let the thumb do a little bit more here as well. And you can of course do this in your own pace. And then shake it out. Perfect. And then let the hands rest and just take a moment to notice how that feels in your hands. Because for me, already I feel something happening. The blood is flowing. There's a slight tingle happening. And then we're going to send the arms forward. We're going to bring them to about shoulder height. And we'll start with the thumbs pointing up, spreading the fingers wide. And now start shifting your focus to the space between the shoulder blades. Start creating movement there, creating the shoulder blades away from each other, almost as if they're wrapping around the body to come to the front, which of course they won't, but it's the intention of the movement that does the work. And then keeping the arms as they are, bring the shoulder blades closer together. So if you've been to my classes, you'll have heard me refer to this as the sliding doors, or opening doors and bringing them back. But instead of focusing on moving the arms, just focus on the shoulder blades. Let the shoulder blades do the work. We'll just do a few more. Waking up that area right between the shoulder blades. A lot of tension tends to live there. And then we shake it out. Perfect. Now, a little bit of movement for the nerves that run all the way from your neck to your fingers. We'll start with the right hand, and we'll start by bringing it out to the side at about shoulder height. It's not exact science. Go with what feels right. If this feels intense already, go lower, or maybe a little bit more forward. So take your time to feel this out. We let the fingers point up, flexing the hand, gently pushing the palm away. This can be quite intense. For some people, this will be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Others might feel things starting to happen. So keep your body still, just push the hand away. This is option 1. Option 2 is actually pushing something away. So finding a wall, and then without actually moving the body, just push into the wall a little bit more. And then play around with that a little bit, because it'll feel different. Pushing the actual wall, or pushing your imaginary wall. And then let the fingers slowly rotate back, still pushing away and down. Now if you want to do even more, you can look in the opposite direction over your other shoulder. Take a slow and deep inhale here. Exhale, shake it out. It still amazes me how intense some poses can feel. So before we move on to the other side, take a moment to feel the difference between left and right, if there is a difference. And then we'll do the other side. We'll start with the fingers pointing up. Again, play around a little bit with the height of your arm. Don't go above shoulder height though. Anywhere there or under is awesome. Push the hand actively away. Be mindful of your trap. Don't let your shoulder come all the way up, but instead slide the shoulder blade down, creating space between your ears and your shoulders. Gently pushing, maybe again pushing against something, playing around a little bit with that, but keep your body steady. It's just the activation in the arm. And then from here, we're going to start letting the fingers point back, still pushing, and slowly down. Keep your lower ribs in. If you tend to do this, be mindful of that. Then gently guide the ribs back down. You can even rub them down a little bit. Keep pushing the arm away. And then if you want to add to the movement, you might remember, look over your opposite shoulder. Ooh, there it is. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, shake the arm out. And then notice how it feels. Any one of these done for a minute or so throughout your day can make a big difference already. But there's more. So, focusing again on the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Take a breath. Notice where you have your shoulders. Do they tend to come up? Do they tend to round forward? Especially if you're working with your hands a lot, the shoulders tend to round forward a little bit. So as you're standing here, bring your hands to your belly just for one moment, just to notice where your ribs are. Again, if you tend to lean back, because that's quite normal. People who work here tend to do this when they come out, which is nice for a moment, but don't stay there. Find that natural length in your spine. Lower ribs stay close to your belly. And then we're going to, again, move the shoulders. We'll just bring the shoulder blades back towards each other and then slide them down towards your hips. And then slide them out to the side and slide the shoulder blades up. So it's like circles, like shoulder circles, but instead we're creating the movement with the shoulder blades. And to be honest, they turn into wonky squares more than circles. Just feel your way here. And we'll just take one more. Perfect. And then shake it out. And then we're going to lean up against a wall. Let me just move my mic here. And as we lean up against the wall, make sure there's a little bit of space between your feet and the wall. So the back of your back can lean against the wall. And then we snuggle the shoulder blades against the wall as well. Arms can rest again alongside your body for a moment. And then see if you can really align yourself. So bring your chin towards your chest a little bit. Gentle bend in the knees here. And just take a few breaths. Lean against the wall. Maybe sigh it out. And then we're going to cross our arms over our heart space. Now I know this one might be a weird one to do when you're with other people, but believe me, it's yummy. So tuck your chin gently into your shoulder, back of the head comes off the wall, and then we're slowly going to round just a little bit so the mid back and the lower back comes more against the wall. Shoulder blades are free. Now roll to look down at the right side next to your foot. Right shoulder blade comes back up, and then we bring the torso up. Bring both shoulder blades, and the back of your head connects for a moment. And then we're going to make circles here, keeping the lower back and the hips always connected to the wall, but we're slowly going to create small circles. And for some reason, this move always gets me sort of yoga high. It's like instant zen for me. Now we'll switch directions. And as we switch directions, bring your other arm on top, which might feel weird, but go with it. Yep, other side works too. And then bring your shoulders back against the wall. Let your arms come forward. Let the shoulder blades slide down, and sometimes that's easier when there's the feedback of the wall. So slide them down and then gently push them against the wall. Beautiful. Now reach away from the wall with the right shoulder blade and bring it back. And the left one, and bring it back. And see if you can really control this movement with those muscles that live between the shoulder blades. Perfect. Shake it off. Come off of the wall. And then we'll do one more stretch for the shoulders. Bringing the arms forward, this time palms face down. And then we'll bring the right hand underneath the left. Let's start with that one. And if you've done yoga before, you might know eagle arms, where we're connecting hands or fingers. It's not what we're going for here. Why say it then, Biddy? Because it might be useful information. I hope. Cross at the elbows. Not possible for everyone. Maybe you cross here. Maybe you have more space and cross here. Cross wherever is comfortable for you without hoisting your tops of your shoulders and your traps up. Make sure both feet are connected to the ground. Start bending the elbows. And then see how far you get. Now, without hooking the fingers or the hands, start pushing the elbows against each other or against the other arm. And create a stretch on your upper back that way. If there's space, you can lift the elbows up a little bit, but keep the lower ribs tucked in close to your belly. We'll take a nice deep inhale. See if you can breathe towards the back body, maybe even making the stretch bigger. Shake it out. So of course we'll do the other side, taking a moment first to stretch the arms forward, making sure that the shoulder blades are sliding down a little bit. And then left arm goes underneath the right. Noticing again, okay, where do I want to bring my arms? Start bending the elbows and then start pushing the arms against each other. Yeah, take a moment to realize that it's not the hands moving towards each other, because there's so much flexibility in the wrist that'll come a lot farther. No, it's actually the arms doing the work here. The shoulders. Breathing once again towards your shoulder blades. Make the stretch even more yummy. Exhaling, shake it out. So shaking it out is one of my very favorite things. So shake the shoulders. Shake the hands. You can shake the hands up and shake them down. And then just take a little bit of movement. Look left and right and up and down. Notice how your head is feeling. We'll do just one last move for your neck and then we're done. We'll interlace the fingers, bring them behind our head, and you can let the thumbs point down so you can support your neck here and really create a nice base, a cradle for the back of the head to rest against. And then instead of just leaning back, which of course is really nice sometimes too, we're going to use a little bit of activation. So as the head starts pushing back into the hands start pushing into the head. Now no one's going to win. Hands and head they are not, but we're going to pretend that they are equally strong. We're going to keep our head centered, but just creating that activity. Keep gently pushing. Take a long and slow inhale. Exhaling, slowly release the tension as if you're slowly fading out a song. Ooh. And then do it once more, slowly building up the tension as well. Start pushing the head back into the hands. Hands are gently pushing back, keeping everything balanced. Finding that place where you can stay for a little bit with the tension, the activation, a constant. Taking one more inhale. Exhaling, start fading that song out slowly, slowly. Ooh. And then bring your arms over the head and forward. Push the palms of your hands forward for one last stretch. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, bringing palms of the hands together. And we'll take a bow. Thank you so much for joining me. You can take these, just maybe pick one move that you like and do it a few times a day. It doesn't have to be a long practice to make a big difference. Just remember that. And also, go see Reese if you want to get tattoos that look as awesome as this one. Bye.